Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happiness Today YouTube channel. One of the major three contenders of the presidential seats, I'm talking about APC, PDP, and LP. But this time around, we are zeroing in on Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. He may likely be facing disqualification. In a moment, we're going to find out what, why, and when. Well, in another news, still on the same vein, Tinubu have decided also not to let that to get under his skin, as he has spent words taking time to knock out Obasanjo, Atiku, and even Peter Obi. Well, before we go to the newspaper to find out what it is, I'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it to say bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Okay, Tinubu may likely be disqualified. Well, according to the news, fresh court documents have indicted or has indicated that presidential candidate to the All Progressive Congress, Asiwaju, may be disqualified from 2023 presidential elections. Well, according to the news, Tinubu was recently dragged to Federal High Court in Abuja by a lawyer and a civil advocate barrister, Mike Enohoro Eba, for allegedly committing perjury in his Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) Form EC9. Information contained in the court document revealed damning evidence of wrongdoing by the APC presidential candidate, including document forgery, perjury, potentially even an instance of identity theft. It was discovered that Tinubu's INEC Form EC9 affidavit in support of personal particulars of persons seeking election to the office of President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria contained a lot of discrepancies in the aspect of his date of birth, academic records, citizenship, and identity records. Date of birth. Court document revealed that Tinubu, on his EC9, Tinubu gave his date of birth as March 29, 1952. However, Tinubu, who claims to be an alumnus of Chicago State University, had a different date of birth on the university records. Hi. Below is this siphoned record from Chicago State University as containing court documents. You're going to see them now. Furthermore, the Tinubu EC9 contained no details of any secondary school attended in Nigeria. Citizenship. Court document revealed that Tinubu indicated in his EC9 form that he was no other citizenship, or he has no other citizenship or nationality other than Nigeria, as can be seen below. However, university records show that Tinubu registered as a Black American. It should be noted that Section 137 of the 1999 Constitution precludes certain public office holders, including the President, state governors, and members of the State Senate and Federal House of Representatives, from holding dual citizenship. What is known for a fact in any case is that if Tinubu was indeed a Black American that is in possession of U.S. citizenship, that would mean that he committed perjury by failing to declare it on his EC9 identity. An academic transcript from Chicago University, which was part of the siphoned document from the institution, also highlighted another major problem in Tinubu's credentials. The transcript for Bola A. Tinubu from Southwest College, later renamed Richard J. Daley College, which was used to process the ex-governor's admission into the university, registered the sex of Bola A. Tinubu as female with an F. My God. Reports that the West Africa Weekly reports that the university disclosed that it possessed no records that contained clear information about who exactly Bola A. Tinubu was. No passport, no visa, no social security card, and no driver's license. More on certificate forgery is contained in the full court documents, and he says, and this is it. He said under 29. Okay, let me read some. So what does the law say? It says on 5, any aspirant who participated in primaries of his political party who has reasonable grounds to believe that any information given by his political party's candidate in the affidavit or any document submitted by that candidate in relation to his constitutional requirement to contest the election is false, may file a suit at the Federal High Court against that candidate seeking a declaration that information contained in the affidavit is false. What the court determines that any of the information contained in the affidavit is false only as it relates to the constitutional requirement of eligibility. The court shall issue an order of disqualification and disqualifying the candidate and the sponsoring political party, and then declare the candidate with the second highest number of valid votes and who satisfies the constitutional requirement as the winner of the election. Okay, now under section 29 of Nigerian Electoral Act 2022, providing false information on form EC9 constitute grounds for disqualification for an election, provided another contestant files a suit at the Federal High Court seeking to declare the information provided as false. It don't happen. This is interesting. This was said. Let me just feel the pulse of Nigerians. This one said, hey, Labatan, Emilekan, instead of them to present Obasanjo as Osibanjo as their presidential candidate, they went to meet Emilekan. It is well. Another person here says, are you to determine who let's find out what he said about Obasanjo, Atiku, and Peter Obi? Well, according to the news, Tinubu took a sweep at the former Nigerian leader during an interactive session with the leadership of the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, in Abuja. The APC presidential candidate said Obasanjo frustrated his move to solve the power problem in Lagos when he was the governor of the state, adding that he could have ended the epileptic power supply in the country. He said, and I quote, I was the first governor to bring in independent power generation to the country. Obasanjo, a fellow Yoruba man, was the president then, rejected it. If not, we would have been out of this problem since. I can tell it to his face. I will say it again and again. He stopped that project. Tinubu also slammed the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, and Atiku Abubakar of PDP and Labour Party flag bearer Peter Obi. According to the former Lagos State Governor, the duo have not laid any legacy to deserve to be elected as president. I quote him, I know you will be talking to others as you have the right to do, but they will come here and tell you anything. Some are perpetual runners. They know their records. Some disobeyed and later turned to obedient. What legacies have they left? How many people have they developed? I have built people. Where are their records? The APC candidate was accompanied to the interactive session with CAN by his wife, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, running mate Senator Kashim Shettima, Speaker of the House of Representatives Femi Gbajabiamila, Deputy Senate Leader Senator Borophis Ajayi, and Senate Chief Whip Senator Ojuzo Kalu, and Minister of Special Duties Senator George Akume. Governors Hope Uzodinma of Imo State, David Umahi of Ebonyi State, Abdullahi Ganduje of Kano State, and Abdurrahman Abdurrazak of Kwara State. Alright, but people are talking here. I don't know how Tinubu will come out of this, but let's see how it plays out. Have a nice time. God bless you. Let's interact, please.